Greetings, today I am going to introduce you Accredit Helper Pro. This is a software that I have developed for my university accreditation process. In the beginning of the video, I will introduce you its amazing vast amount of features, then I will show how to install and use every feature of it. This software will not only make your accreditation process 10 times easier and faster, but also with the vast statistics that it provides will help you to get your accreditation successfully. So this is the main interface of our software. You see, we currently have 9 different courses. Each course has a course ID plus semester. The combination of these two is unique. So here I can sort them with these options. I can click view, edit or delete. Let's go to view. For example, this is database management systems. I have got these exams defined with their maximum score and their weight. So this application calculates their relative weights. And when we go to the all courses analysis, it will give us entire program results. And this page is extremely detailed. You can define each course relative weight, like consider that their credits if you want to get results based on that. You can exclude courses and it is calculating every program output relatively. Moreover, you can display their success rate based on relative success rates. When you click the relative success rate, it will show you which one of them is passing. So what is relative success rate? You define if the score is above certain, then you count that program output is successful. For example, let's set this as 30%. So if the scores are above 30%, they will be counted as successful. So this is totally optional. You can also display absolute success rate. Since this is a demo data, the scores are very close. However, when you are using, you will see it better. Moreover, you can define these achievement levels yourself. When we go to the configure achievement levels, you can change them or add new achievements or remove. Everything is totally dynamic. It is totally up to you. You can sort the results from here, or you can display only certain academic year, and you can export CSV. All of the pages we have supporting export feature. You can also exclude or include the courses. As you exclude and include, it will change your program outcome averages as you are seeing. So you can define your program outputs 1 to 11 or how many you need. You can define their description. And when you go to the courses, when you go to the view program outcome scores, you will get to this page. In this page, you can see every course individual success rates. You can see course outcome success rates, and you can see individual scores of every student like this. So it is totally up to you. Whichever the statistics that you want to provide, you can sort them, you can search them. This application is designed with this mindset. It will support every one of the accreditation there is out there. So whatever the accreditation you are doing, this software will support it. But not only that, we support backup database, restore database, and import database. The application is 100% running locally. After installation, you don't need internet access, so you can distribute this software to your teachers or whoever is working with the accreditation process. Everyone can work locally, and then you can get their backup databases and import them and merge every one of them. This feature is 100% working, and it will make your accreditation process extremely easier and more successful. Moreover, we have remote access feature. What does this mean is that you can run this application with a public link and access it from your phone or from another computer. The application will still run in your computer, but you will get a public URL that you can open from your work computer, from your phone, from your tablet. Application has been designed with mobile interface support. So this is the public link. When I open this link, I am able to access it, and anyone can access this link as long as they have this link. And this is still running on my machine, not running on any server or anywhere. we just made our interface publicly available through Cloudflare services. We also have a very detailed help section which you can search and you can read and learn everything step by step. So this tutorial will cover everything, but you can also use this help and documentation to find the information that you need. Let's say score, and it will show all the scores where we have in this documentation. But we aren't done with the features yet. You can set each exam weight like this. You can set mandatory exams and makeup exams. So if a student entered a makeup exam, the student's main exam score will not be calculated. It will automatically calculate the makeup exam. You can define makeup exam as many as you want. You can also define mandatory exams. The student has to take them. Otherwise, the student's score will not be calculated in the outputs, in the analysis. Moreover, we have mass associated outcomes. This is extremely easier to set your questions, match it with the outcomes. So our system is working like that. You match your exam questions with course outcomes, then you match the course outcomes with the program outcomes you see on the screen. Therefore, we are matching every exam with a program outcome. If you don't want to make this way, you can directly write program outcomes in the course outcomes, so you can match that way as well. But this is making more sense because with this way you are associating the exam questions with course outcomes, then you are associating course outcomes with the program outcomes. You see, every course outcome has a program outcome association. We support batch feature wherever it is possible. For example, in the students, we can import students or export students. In the course outcomes, you can export outcomes or batch, delete, or add course outcome from here. You see, this is the interface. Moreover, when you go to the view of the exam, you see this is the exam interface. You can batch add questions like this. Let's say, for example, 10, update, and it will add 10 questions as a batch, and you can set the course outcomes in this interface. You can distribute points equally based on the number of maximum scores. Currently this is maximum. Then you can also manage scores from here. You see, you can enter every student score easily like this, and you can see the view accredited scores by clicking. This is based on this exam, not entirely. You can export scores, and when you export score, you will get a CSV file which you can open with Excel. And when we say auto column width, you see we have all the questions and all the students. I also have an import format like this, which most of the universities are supporting, so you can copy this and directly import your exam scores into your own system. Alright, now I will show how to obtain this software and install it. If you want to use the software as a department, you need to go to this link and buy the software from here. The link will be in the description of the video, so check it out. Once you purchase the software, you will have this download option to download the zip file. This will be limited to your department only, but everyone in your department can use, such as computer engineering department. However, if you want to purchase as a university to use in all of the departments with your old stuff, then you can purchase the university license. The link will be also in the description of the video, so check it out. By purchasing this license, everyone in the university or institution can use. The licenses are lifetime, and you will get all of the updates, and you can message me and tell me if there are any errors, or if you are requesting any new feature, you can message me anytime. So you will get all the updates, and it will be permanently lifetime. Once you downloaded the zip file, extract it into a drive where you want to use it. I don't recommend using special characters in your folder paths or space characters, so let's extract directly into our E drive, and you will get these extracted files. So this software, this application is based on Python, and you also need Git. So how you can obtain them? You see, there's installation guide here, and it gives you the links of the necessities. So you need to have Python 3.10.11. You can use upper versions of Python. However, I didn't test. still should work, but I recommend using this. If you have this in your system, even if it is not a default Python version, my application installer will automatically generate a virtual environment with Python 3.10 and install into there. Additionally, you need to have Git installed. Once you have these two, then you are ready to install and start using. If you want to use it from your phone, you need to also install Cloudflare exe. You see there are two exes, just download them and install them, then you will be able to generate shared link and use it from other places like your from phone or from another computer and such. If you are saying that you don't know how to install this software, I also have a step-by-step tutorial that I have shown how to install Python and Git, so watch this tutorial video and you will learn it. Once you have the Python and Git, let's verify that. Open a CMD window like this, then just type Python and you should get a Python like this 3.10.11. Then open another CMD and type Git and you should get a Git message like this. Then you have both of the requirements. You don't need anything else. After that, double click install.bat file. Do not run as administrator, just run with double click or select and hit enter. Then it will start the installation and it will install the application and the necessary libraries into a virtual environment folder. Once the installation has been completed, you can even turn off your internet access because this application doesn't require anything else. It will 100% work locally without any remote server or internet access. So this is 100% private and secure. Okay, you see everything has been installed and we have the installation completed. Just press any key. Now there is one option which you might want to do: generate demo data. If you generate demo data, it will add some demo data so that you can see how it works. After that, click start.bat file. This will start the application and open it in your default browser like this. So we started the application with demo data. However, what if you don't want demo data? So let's close this CMD window, enter inside instance folder and just delete your database. This will reset it. Then just start.bat file and it will start a fresh version like that. First of all, you need to set your program outcomes. So you see this is my university program outcomes. From here, first of all, set them like edit or delete, whatever you need. You can delete with this and you can also edit them like this and give any name you want, like the program outcome 10 and this is my program outcome, or whatever the naming convention you need. Then just update and we got it. So once you set all the program outcomes, we will begin with adding courses. So let's add a course. I am going to add a course that I prepared. So this is my lecture code. Let's write the course code. Then let's write the course name, lecture name, and semester. Now this is super important. In this system, course code plus semester is unique. So you can have the same course code, however, it will be differentiated with the semester it has. So let's say fall 2025. And the course weight. By default, it will equally treat every one of the courses. But if you want to weight the outcomes based on the, let's say, course credits, you can give them relative weights. Let's make this course weight as 3 and save course. Okay, we got our course. Then what we need to do, enter inside the course by either clicking here or view. First of all, you need to add course outcomes. So let's go to course outcomes and let's add course outcome. Okay, for example, let's add some temporary outcomes. Let's say course outcome 1. And let's give a description. Students learns how to do numerical calculations. Then you need to associate it with the program outcomes. If you don't want to use course outcomes, you can directly write the same program outcome here and use it. But this is a more preferred way. So let's associate with program outcome 3 and program outcome 8 and save course outcome. So add as many as course outcomes you need. First do this. Let's add another one. Let's say course outcome 2 and let's say students learns how to use numerical tool. And let's associate with the program outcome 9 and 10 and save course outcome. Once you are done with the course outcomes, you can always edit them. Then you need to add students. So these are the students that takes this course. You can add by one from here, add student, or you can import students. The import feature supporting so many formats. You see all these formats are supported. So let's import these students. You see I'm using just a space character, but you can also use semicolon or tab. Okay, then import students, and 36 students have been imported. Let's see with student list. You see student ID, first name and last name. We support all kind of student IDs, but they have to be unique within the given course. It's a text, but they have to be unique in this particular course. Okay, let's return back to course from here. So we have the students, we have the course outcomes, then we need to add exams. So let's add our first exam. Click add exam, you see, click add exam here. Let's say mid-term. You can define maximum score of the exam. Everything will be calculated relatively. So let's the maximum score 100. Exam date. Okay, let's make a date like 19. And is this a makeup exam? No. Is this a final exam? No. Is this a mandatory exam? No. Okay, relative weight of this exam will be 40% and exam. Now once we add the exam, we click the view and we need to add questions. Our system supports question-based accreditation score calculation, which most of the accreditation systems demands from you, and this will also improve your accreditation success rate significantly. So let's add a question from here. So you can define your questions from here one by one, or you can batch add questions. Let's add 4 questions, update. Then let's distribute points equally. So you see every question will get 25 maximum score because my exam score was 100. Okay, we can type like question 1 etc, question 2 etc. I recommend you to also type the question number from here, because if you delete question later they will be reordered. Okay, question 4. And these questions need to be associated with the course outcomes. As I said, if you don't want to use course outcomes, you can also directly write here the program outcomes and you can directly match. Okay, let's say course outcome 1, course outcome 2, 1 and 2 and 2. But you have to associate with at least 1. Then save all questions. You can also add the import relationships from here. Save all questions. You see our questions are added. After you have added the questions, you can edit them from here like this, or you can return back the batch add questions, add more questions to here, or you can also update the relationships from here. As a next step, you can set the manage attendance from here. You can set as all none. You see automatically saved, or all again. You see automatically saved again, and you can begin adding scores. So go to the manage scores here. You can type the scores one by one, or at the bottom you can also import them with a certain format. We support both of them. So let me show you how to add scores. Let's say this student didn't attend exam, so mark it. So you see it is not attended. This student attended and take 15. So we got the score. You can also add decimal precision score like this. So this is extremely flexible. Then enter another student score, another student score. You see, if I type more than maximum score, it will not allow me. You can enter 0, 0, 0. It is all fine. It will calculate accordingly. Let's enter 12, 15, 16, 25. If you don't want that particular student scores to be not counted, you need to check this, not attended. Otherwise, they will be counted. Even if I don't enter any score, they will be still counted as 0. And as soon as I enter a score, it is automatically getting saved. So let's return back the midterm. Now we have added some scores. We have added our questions. We can export scores and see them. So this is our exported score. So let's make the automatic column width, and you see all of our entered values are here, and this is the format that I can import into my university system. I can return back to exam, and now I can see program outcomes. However, still I am not at 100% weight, but still we will see. So you see currently we are all failing, and this is expected because when I go to the student results, all of our students are empty. 0%, and you see it says not categorized, because currently I started the categorization from 0.1 percentage. If I go to here, you see there's configure achievement levels. If I click this, the achievement is starting from 0.01. If I make this as 0 and save, and if I go back to here and go to view program outcome scores and go to student results, now they are failure. So it is up to you. You can categorize them as 0% failure or not categorize it. It is totally up to you, and this is totally dynamic. And when I go to the all courses analysis, it will give me the results, and as you are seeing right now, this is our current results. And when I hover my mouse, it also shows the attachment levels and it shows the program outputs. So this is the core of the application, how you enter courses. You can add more courses, you can add more exams. Let's add another exam. For example, add exam and let's say final exam. Maximum score of the exam is 100. Let's change the date. Okay, I will mark this as a final exam. And if I don't want students missed this exam to be not included in the final score outcomes, I will make this as a mandatory exam. So whoever fails to take this exam will be excluded. And this is not a makeup exam. And let's make the relative weight 60% and add exam. Now I have final exam as well. I can add questions. You see there is no questions yet. So let's click the view and let's add some questions. Let's add 5 questions. Update, distribute equally. Yes. And we can select mark all or unmark all. You see like this. You can mark all or unmark all. We have all the features and save all questions. And we are ready. Now all the scores are by default none. And let's make the attendance not attended. And now these will be also included in the program outcomes. So our success rates are even more fallen because we don't have the scores yet. I can change the weights from here as usual, as always. I can set mass associate outcomes. So at this page, you can filter by exam. Let's filter midterm. And you can change this. As you change them, they will be automatically saved. You can also update relationships with this format. This is the format that you have to follow. Q1, and let's say I will make the first question associated with only course outcome 2. Even if you have different naming here, you need to follow this. So the course outcome 2 will be always as this format. Then let's set the Q2, question 2. So this is the format. Q1 colon, type the course outcomes, then semicolon, and Q2 type the course outcomes or whatever the question. Let's update question 4 and let's make the question 4 only course outcome 1 like this, or let's make both course outcome 2. Okay, then select the select exam here midterm and you can apply import. After apply import, you see it is applied and it will refresh and we should be seeing that. Let's filter by midterm exam and yes. So our changes are applied. Let's return back to the course. We can set the mandatory exam from here, make optional or make mandatory like this. And we can add another exam like a makeup exam. This is also another important thing. Let's add exam and this will be final exam, but it will be makeup final exam. The name doesn't matter much. What matters is this is a makeup exam and its original exam is final exam. So the program will know that if the student participated the makeup exam score will be used instead of the final exam, no matter the score. Let's say student took 65 score at the final exam but took only 1 score, or let's say 0 score at the makeup exam, still the makeup exam score will be counted. Let's select the date. And this will be mandatory exam because the final exam is mandatory. And relative weight doesn't matter because it will use the weight of the final exam. You see, because this is the makeup exam of the final exam. We can see that it is makeup exam for final exam. Here you can, as usual, add the questions. Before you edit the scores, you have to add questions, then you can edit scores. What about utilities? When we go to the utilities, all utilities page, we have backup database. I recommend to take frequent backups. Go to backup, give a backup description. This is a test backup. Then click create backup and it will create a backup. When you go to the view all backups, you will see your generated backups. They will be saved inside the backups folder here. You can download by clicking here. You can also restore to this backup from this interface or delete it. We also have must delete option from here. You see it will also show the description of the backup as well, and this is a regular type backup. Then what about if you want to restore back? As I said, you can restore from here or go to the restore database. You can choose it from your computer or you can use from here, select it and restore. You see like this, click restore and it will restore it. Before you restore, it will automatically take your existing backup copy as well, and you can also import database. This is also a very crucial thing. Okay, let's make like this. To show the import feature, I will add some demo data. So let's click generate demo data. It will ask me to add or not because I already have some data. So let's add yes. Okay, let's go to the backup and let's say test2, create backup. Okay, we have the backups. Let's download this. Then I will restore back to my older one. So you see currently I have these courses. When I click this, it is all filled with the demo data. I can see everything. Okay, let's go to the utilities and restore database. Let's restore to this one. This is an older one, restore. Okay, it says that everything will be gone. I understand, and restore, and it is restored. Just wait. And yes, we are returned back to our older. When I go to the restore database, now we can see pre-restore. So if you make a mistake, we still keep it in the backups. Now I will do import. How can I make an import? Let's go to the backup database, view all backups. I will download my pre-restore, or let's download this one. Then go to the import and choose a file and select it. I will import everything. I recommend that. I understand, import and merge. It has imported the database. Let's go to the courses. Existing courses will be skipped. So since I already had this one, it is skipped. How does it check? It checks this course ID plus semester combination and it is merged. Now I can see the results. You see everything is here. So let's go to the all courses analysis page. This is an important, one of the most important pages. This is the main data we provide to the accreditation centers. So this is where we gather all of the data we have. Currently, this is our result. We can set different weights for each one. So this course is successful. You see, when I click this, it will also open that course from here. So let's make its weight more to get a higher success rate. So these are our current achievement levels. Let's make this like 10 credits. Let's make it 10, save changes. And now we have way better results. However, currently we don't have achievement levels for global. And when I go to configure achievement levels, it will add the default ones. And when I return back, you will see the default achievements here. So we have all the default achievement levels and our courses are performing like this right now. So if I exclude this one from here, exclude this course from calculations, it will be excluded and I will get even better scores because it will not take down my overall success rate. If I return back to course weight 1, I will get a slightly lower success rate. So this is where you can set everything. You can set relative weight like this, and you can also display relative success rate. Because let's say you want to count if your program outcome is above 50%, or let's say if you want to count a student is successful if the student score is above 50%, then you can set as a relative success rate of the student. So you see this way I will get way better success rates. Depending on the situation, if my all students are above 60%, then I will get 100% success rate. Because this is what I did set. You see success threshold. For example, let's open this one. You see currently this is all 100% success rate. And when I go to the students, I can see that everyone is above 60%. Let's make it exactly a 75% because some of them will pass and some of them will fail in that case. So let's go back to the all courses pages from here. And this is our successful. Let's make this exactly a 75% and save. Then you see half of them passes and half of them not. When I refresh here now, okay, the charts are updated. Let's go to the student results and we can see their These are absolute success rates. So if it is below 75%, now it is relatively 0%. But if it is above 75% like this student, it is 100%. So when you use it, you will understand it better. It is totally up to you. You can just go with the absolute success rate and you will get all the scores according to the exams. The weights of the exams will also matter, not the max score but the weight. So based on the max score and the student score, it will calculate its impact based on the weight of the exam. Making this program this detailed was extremely hard task, but I have tested it thoroughly, and if you find any bugs in the program, if you encounter any error, you can always message me. You can message me from Patreon or go to the help and go to the contact and support. You can also message me from LinkedIn, and you can also email me or message me your ideas, your new feature request. It's all fine. This document is excellently made. It is also up to date, so you can read everything here to understand what you are trying to understand better: outcomes, courses, exams and questions, students and scores. How the entire application work is explained here. You can also reply to this video with your question, and hopefully I will answer that as soon as possible. So we see in the backup, restore, import. We also have merge courses, but this is experimental and not recommended. However, still you can try this and see if it is useful for you. We also have system logs where you can see some of the logs like this. Let's say you opened a shared link and you shared that with your colleagues. All of you can work on this application at the same time. Even if it is running on a single computer, this is also totally possible. However, your actions may override each other, so it can be a little bit dangerous, but it still should work perfectly fine as long as you work on different courses at the same time. We have action types from here, we have from date to date and show entries, everything is here. So let's go back to all utilities. And remote access, I have shown that in the beginning of the video. So when you open with remote access, you can access it from everywhere. And this application is supporting mobile as well. So let's open the developer view and let's click this to see its mobile output. So with this resolution font, it will look like this. This is a very big advantage of this program, because this allows you to work even from your phone or your tablet. Wherever you want to work from, you can work on this application, and everything will be still running on your computer, and save it on your computer, not on your phone or not on your tablet. You may be asking, is this software only for Windows? No. This is a Python-based application, therefore you can look these installers and install it on Mac or on Linux systems as well. It is pretty straightforward if you know how to use those systems. So how you can update the application? All you need to do is just close the application and double click update app.bat file. It will update the application to the latest version. Time to time you can check the Patreon post to download latest zip file, because if I update the installer files, there is no way to update it from here. You need to get the latest version from the Patreon post, and as I said, the license is lifetime, so you can access it anytime you want. This is all. If you have any questions, just message me, email me, and hopefully I will help you as soon as possible. Just read the application interface very clearly, because we have everything. Also, you can click here or here to open that course as I have shown. You can click course outcomes, student results. You can sort them from here to see. By the way, the export will follow your sorting option. For example, if I sort with the score top to bottom and export student results, the results will be sorted with the overall score. You see descending order. So you can do this sorting. You can also search students from here. You see search students, for example, with name, it will filter, or with the student ID like this. You see it is filtering based on here. So use the search bar here to search the students. You can show all, hide all, show details. You can also exclude students from calculation. Let's say exclude, and this student will be excluded from all of the calculations, from the course outputs, from the all courses analysis. So for whatever reason, if you want to exclude any student for any particular reason from any particular course, you can just go to the students and from here exclude, include, or from the view program outcomes, student results, and from here exclude or include as well. It is all possible. So I tried to make this application as much as possibly robust and make it fit for all of the accreditations out there. If you want to know which version of the app you are using, go to the very bottom of the page and you will see the application version. From here you can understand which version you are using, and when you update the application you may see this version has been updated. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, just contact with me and hopefully I will reply you as soon as possible. You can reply to this video, or you can message me from Patreon, or you can email me that I have shown you my email here. You see, furkangozukara@gmail.com, or you can contact me from my LinkedIn. Hopefully see you in future amazing videos, and hopefully I will add more features to this application upon your requests. And if there are any errors you encounter, just report me error in details and hopefully I will fix them as soon as possible.